though they're playing on their own home soil. Yeah.
Right. Coming to the debutant, Balwant Singh made his debut at the age of 27. He's 27 and made his debut for India. And he hardly looked to have got involved in the game. Could you blame him for not getting into the game, or it was that kind of a match where it was very difficult for Balwant to make an impression?
Balwant is. I have seen some of the goals he scored in the
For Churchill.
for Churchill in the I-League. I tell you, they were really wonderful.
Yes.
The guy should have been given more confidence. It is not that he comes. Maybe at the age of 27 he's playing for India. He's been ignored in the earlier times,
Yes.
a few years back. But to me, I think if we continue with him, age doesn't bar. For me, I don't bother about age. Performance on the day, how fit is the player is very important. And Balwant has got a maturity now. But I think he should be pushed quite regularly into the team to get confidence. Once he gets it, possibly he'll set more better than what we have seen.
Right. Looking at the overall scenario of football, India are finding teams like Bangladesh and Afghanistan hard to beat. So where do we stand in Asia?
I think we should have, always I've been talking about that, we have to have a lot of, besides your training camps, we should not have too long camps, it's boring. We got to leave them to the clubs, get them for a very short breaks, and we should have a lot of competitive exhibition matches, official exhibition matches, of course with the FIFA's approval. We got to have them, but we got to have matches with definitely with stronger clubs or the stronger nations than Bangladesh, Afghanistan.
You mean higher ranked nations in
Definitely,
FIFA
definitely. If you were to look beyond this, so we are talking about our regional only. What about beyond this? Within Asia, we got to be at least within the 10 to be the best.
Right.
In
But
Asia, yeah.
you are saying about the long camps, just looking at this match and the days before this match, there were just 3 days where the players came in.
That's because of the I-League.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. But what I'm trying to say is, this is fine, but we got to have more number of exhibition matches.
International
but definitely with the better teams. Definitely. Now here what happens is, there was a time when we used to easily get through Nepal, Bangladesh, Afghanistan. Of course, they were all struggling with India. Today, India is struggling with them.
Absolutely.
So what do you expect the teams beyond Bangladesh and Afghanistan? Let us take care of some of the best countries of Arab nations. Take about Japan, of course. Where do we stay before them? At least some of the top clubs can also come down and play exhibition with the international team.
Just one point that I would like you to clarify. You said the matches should be, even club matches, players should be playing continuously before coming into such matches. But they have come into these matches after a busy I-League schedule. Did Indian players look tired in this match?
No, it depends. No, I don't think so.
So you cannot give any excuse.
No, I don't want to give any excuse on this, because there was enough time for rest. They must have recovered themselves. That's in the camp. The coaches have to look into this. It is not because they came just then I trained myself the way I want it. We got to go back to how long they struggled in the I-League. What was the duration of the recoveries for them? Maybe they had early injuries, or maybe they had fatigue, whatever it is. But we got to see how we calm them down, how to relax them, and then get. Maybe I think the same way coaches must have done this. I don't say no, but I don't give them an excuse for that.
But any downside on the physical aspect? Are they looking in good physical shape? Did all of them look in good physical shape?
I think they're in good physical shape, but the type of football which was going on, I think there is something has to be done on this.
You mean the style of football which we kept fumbling with the ball all throughout?
Yes, and the same thing what I see most of the time, ball is being held. The flow of the ball, it was not as good as what Bangladesh did.
Absolutely. The short passing.
Yes. When there was time to release the ball, there were a few seconds the ball was being held at the feet of the player. And that was the time, the marking starts from the open. And that's the time we were in trouble. But Bangladesh were quick enough to pass and move, pass and move.
And another tactical point that I would like to make is, we have Robin Singh, who is a well-built, strapping lad. He is the proper target man, as they say in football, number 9. When we take him out, we just struggled more, because otherwise he could hold the ball and Chetri could make the off-the-ball runs. And Do we have another player like him, or we need to have more players like him for that style of play?
Definitely, we would like a lot of follow-up players behind it. But the thing is that if you look at it, the present situation in the country, every local leagues in India, we will see maybe 2 or 3 foreigners are playing. You see the I-League second division, every team has got 3 foreigners, and then the I-League, where the players run away from the strike, they hide in fact and play other positions.
Out of position.
Yeah, because they don't get a chance
to play in the striking.
They will play in the school, they will play in the university, they will play sometimes in the club for practice matches and all. But when they come to competitive, even the local matches, the players are not getting enough chances. That's the reason Goa is also faced a problem in the Santosh Trophy.
Yes, if you are not being able to get into the
if you develop
stage.
our own players, try with our own players, except the I-League, top I-League. Rest of the stages, we have to play with the locals. Then you will find, identify at least 40, 50 strikers will be there, and there somebody will be able to emerge out like a mushroom and will say, "Arey, the talent is here." It may not take immediately 1 or 2, 3 years, but it will take another 4, 5 years. We'll definitely find better players.
Right. Yeah. Looking at our opponents, Bangladesh, some of their players did impress you, right? I think Mamoon was the one that you were most impressed
number 8.
What was he up to?
No, he can hold the ball to his feet. He can. His turning was sharp. He could move with the ball, and I tell you, he has done it several times with our defenders. If such a player is there, it's a creativity.
Right.
When he does that, the opponent doesn't know what next he is going to do. So his colleagues will move. He may switch the direction. He can do what he wants to do because he is beating a defender with his own individual capacity. That's what we require in the Indian strike.
We didn't have any player to match Mamoon?
No, I don't think anybody was there except Shetri was doing because of his experience and all. But Shetri was from behind. He was creating a space up front. He was doing that. But we require at least 2, 3 players in the team, at least 2 so that that will give an added attraction to the game. Plus, defenders, you can confuse the defenders when he does his own thing sometimes. Yeah.
So as we see that this match gave us an impression that we are struggling against our neighbors like Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and when we talk about the World Cup and the Asian Cup, where we are with the as compared to the standard of the top teams from Asia and the world. So what do you advise Wim Koermans and co and the AFF? What's the way to go forward and bridge the gap?
I don't blame the preparation. The preparations may be good. Okay, but the preparation, we have to add something into the preparations. More number of exposure matches are very, very important. Always right from the grassroots level too. I tell you very frankly, I've seen on the DVD, I've seen some exhibition matches of the Greece because Mr. Tassos was showing me about it, our technical director Zagoa. Under 16 teams from the other countries never coming and play under 16 level. I have not seen a match after Japanese under 13 team came to play in Goa when Mahesh Gavali and all were playing. Mahesh Gavali, I remember, he was there at that time. We didn't see a single match playing. So we require those type of, to grow in the longer, if you in the long-term basis, if you look at it, we got to invite that level of teams also to India. Also, this team also requires, as I said earlier, the more number of matches. I tell the players will grow in their confidence. When you don't play, you just practices around and trains around, go and play a tournament. Maybe some exhibition matches to our same standard level. In fact, opponents are getting more advantage than us. We got to play to the higher level to raise the standard.
Right.
And they are doing right. But more number of practice matches are required. Very important. Whether you go abroad, get the teams here. Getting the teams here is better than also going abroad. Sometimes we go abroad. But we got to prepare in such a manner in the calendar year so that other schedules are not disturbed. But very, very essential for the teams.
Now coming to the final point, that was the refereeing decision of young Tejas Nagvekar, who blew the whistle when Subrata Pal and a rival player was on the ground, and there was a lot of debate whether he should have waited to blow this whistle and allowed the advantage to Bangladesh. If we had done that, probably Bangladesh would have won the match. So what is your opinion on that particular decision?
Whether Bangladesh wins the match or not, the thing was that none of even the Pro League I have seen, most of the referees, they don't have patience to wait even for a second. There are referees who waits. I appreciate some referees in Goa. Mr. Nagwekar must have also done the earlier good decisions like this. But
Yes.
when Subrata came on him, both were just fallen down. The ball was still in motion. He's getting up and scoring because he was in an advantageous position.
The Bangladeshi.
Yeah. So I don't think he should not have. He should have waited for a second to see what the next, because there were no other players around him.
Yes. The Indian
Yeah.
defenders were quite far
Yeah,
from
they were
the
away.
ball.
Maybe they were just watching what was happening.
But then when he blew the whistle, the Indian defenders also stopped. They didn't attack the ball.
Yes. Yeah, they did. No. That was later.
Yeah.
But the thing, he should have waited for a second.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And when he put the ball in the net, he should have allowed it to take his own action. Whether the ball goes in the net or out, allowed him an advantage. Yes, that was why the Bangladeshi players are this thing. Because normally we see so many matches worldwide on your
Yeah, the
living rooms of the
international games
at home. We can see so many. But these referees should have this learning lesson. Mistakes happen, but he has done a very good refereeing that day.
Absolutely.
Except
Considering it was his first
yeah,
game.
I hope he corrects this moment, and he has good future in the refereeing.
And we have seen referees from all over the world in various leagues doing mistakes
Yeah,
time and again and
happens.
improving themselves.
It happens.
Right. But I want to ask you, in your playing days, what were the general standard of refereeing in India, and how were they as part of giving advantage?
First of all, the players were respecting the referees, number one.
Okay. Very important.
There may be some players who are arguing with the referee, but majority of the players were respecting the referee's decisions. Here, every tackle, every push, the player shouts at the referee, expects from the referee, he appeals to the referee. This the players have to stop this first, which we don't see more in the European football or anywhere else. We don't see this. Why only in India? Why the ball stops most of the time in India? Is the pressure on the referees? So I think we have to respect the referees first. Secondly, referees have to see when they go to the field, don't think against whom you don't bother about the maybe it's a stronger team or the weaker team. Think to your decisions and give your decisions. That's what I'm trying to tell the referee. But they act sometimes too much under pressure. Players also have to give freedom to the referees to do their best. Referees also have to do their justice. Forget about the results. If the 2 handballs or 3 handballs takes place in the match, give all the 3 penalties. Yes. Then everyone will have a fear of the referees. There should be some fear from the referee, but players just don't care.
We have almost come to the end of this program, but we have just a little bit of time to wish Brahmanand all good wishes, because he has just celebrated his 60th birthday. Brahmanand, belated wishes to you from Prudent.
Thank you very much.
With that, we come to the end of this program. Keep watching Prudent. Goodbye.